Second. All right, so you guys already know that you are doing your scenes, and it looks like everybody already has their group, which is good. So in a second, I'm actually going to put you into your breakout rooms so that you can work through your scene. But I wanted to talk to you guys about your assignment. You know how we have our asynchronous assignments? Well, this week you've only got one assignment, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know if we'll be ready to turn in the assignment this week. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take because what I'm about to show you, I've never done. It's, this virtual world that we live in, but I still want you guys to design the set for your scene and block a little bit of your scene. And right now you're like, what? Yeah, but we're going to do it virtually. So let me explain exactly how that's going to be done. So you guys already know how it works. When you click on module, it gives us our little weekly breakdown. In class, I still just have the scenes that we're doing because that's what we're doing. But as you guys can see, there's no assignment for the top of the week, but I've got this assignment called blocking/staging your semester final. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I have the assignment due at the end of the week, but I want to stress, I don't know if we're going to be ready to turn it in at the end of the week. So if we're not quite ready, then we for sure have to turn it in by next week. So let me explain to you exactly what is going to happen here. So you click on blocking. I know for period 6, and then here's the little breakdown. Okay, there's going to be a lot to explain, but as you guys know, I'm recording this, so if you need to watch this again later just to see the details, but the tendency with most things is to overcomplicate, and I'm asking you not to overcomplicate. And I will have a little chance to answer any questions that you might have. Okay, so what's going to be happening is you guys are going to be creating the set. Like if you were to actually do it on the stage, what kind of set pieces would you have? Would you have walls, couches? I know some of you are doing of mice and men. You would have to kind of create sort of an outdoor type of situation on the stage. So you are going to be designing your set, and then you're going to block 4 moments, not the entire scene, just 4 moments in that scene. You're going to block it, but we're going to do it digital style. So let me explain. So right here, I'm going to be giving you guys a link to this thing called the blocking/staging semester final. When you click on it, one person is going to make a copy of it. Okay, not both of you. Let me say this again. One of you in the group is going to make a copy of it and then share it with the other person because I want you guys working on the same presentation. I don't mean to be insulting to your intelligence, but can you give me a thumbs up or I hear you, Walters? If you just clearly heard me say one of you is going to make a copy of it and then share it with your partner so that we're working on the same document. Good, I see some thumbs coming through, okay? So when you make a copy of it, this is what's going to pop up. As it takes a second, this right here. And this is where we're going to virtually create our set and block 4 of our moments. So let me go ahead and hit I'm going to present mode, and then I'm going to have to go into edit mode to really give you the full part of it. Okay. So basically, I know I told you guys before that I was going to have you guys pick what kind of stage you wanted to perform it on. Like if you wanted to do it on a proscenium stage or a thrust stage or an arena stage. Well, please forgive me, but I've changed things. Everybody is going to block it as if they were doing it on a proscenium stage. And as you guys can see in this Google presentation, there's a proscenium stage, okay? And here are the directions. You and your scene partner will use the Google Slides provided to design the set. You're going to actually put set pieces on your little proscenium stage. And then, like I said before, once you've designed the set, you're going to actually duplicate this slide 4 times. And then you're going to place these little characters on the stage where they would be in that particular moment. So everything we're doing from designing the set to blocking the moves is going to be done on this little Google presentation, okay? I'm going to show you how to do it all. And by the way, the tendency is to overcomplicate. Please don't overcomplicate, okay? So the first slide is where you will design the set, okay? And I put some tables and chairs here, but you could get rid of these because maybe you don't want tables and chairs. And I'm going to show you how to edit the slide here in a second. But in this space right here, you are going to design your set, okay? Again, some of you are doing The Odd Couple. And I know that that takes place in an apartment. So you would probably be creating some sort of apartment on that stage. Again, The Diary of Anne Frank. I know that takes place sort of in a hidden attic. So you guys are going to, do a little research, and then you and your partner working on the same Google presentation are going to design your set. So right now, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up if you're like, okay, slide 1 is where we're going to design the set. Give me a thumbs up if you understand what I'm saying there. I'm going to show you how to do it here in a second, but good. So slide 1, design the set. Then after I design the set, I'm going to duplicate it 4 times. Why? Because I know you're not going to have any set changes because it's only one scene. But you're going to then block it. And this is how you're going to block it. You're going to take these 2 little characters, and in a second, you can actually move them around. But I want you to imagine that on this slide, the set is already designed. Okay? I know it's a bare stage, but I don't have a set to design. So pretend on this slide, you've got your set, and then you're simply going to place these people where they would be in that particular moment. They can be 4 random moments in the scene. Let me say that again. 4 random moments. It doesn't have to be 4 little moments right in a row. I just want 4 moments in your entire scene where you actually place the 2 characters where they would be in that moment. And then notice that the speech bubble above them, I want you to put the lines that they would be saying in that moment. And that way I know what moment you're talking about. And you simply just place them where they would be. And then down here, this little box right here, you're going to actually delete what's here. You're going to explain in 1 sentence why you thought it was important for the 2 people to be in this particular spot at that particular moment. I just want you to tell me in 1 sentence why. Maybe you're wanting to draw focus to them. Maybe you're wanting to draw focus to one of the other persons. Maybe it makes sense to what's going on in the scene. You know what I'm saying? So again, there's many reasons why I would put those people there. Again, don't overcomplicate it. Don't go, what is this great thing that Walters wants me to say about why these 2 people are here? Well, maybe because one of the lines says sit down. And it would be weird if the character was supposed to be sitting down and they're not. The audience is going to be looking at each other going, the character should be sitting down, right? So again, don't overcomplicate the 4 moments. All right? So again, slide 1, designing the set. Then I duplicate it 4 times, and then I'm going to place the people and the thought bubbles into the set, and I'm going to block 4 moments, and then you're going to submit it through Canvas. Now, by the way, both of you can submit the same presentation through Canvas, and I would highly suggest that you do because I'm going to grade it through Canvas. So even though you're both doing the same presentation, you're both submitting it differently because that's how I give you the grade. Now, let's talk about how you add things, okay? This is where you're going to have a little bit of fun. Some of you might actually enjoy this. I know some of you are like, oh, work. I don't know. I have fun doing this type of stuff. By the way, you guys don't realize it, but I did this very same thing. If I go over to, you guys have probably never noticed this, or maybe you did, but if I go to my homepage, my virtual classroom is exactly what I did. I brought in my Bitmoji and I moved it around and I created, although it's taken a second to load, but I created a little classroom here as it loads. Sorry. Cool. See, I added all this stuff. This was all stuff that I added to a little proscenium. No, I didn't find, if you guys thought that I actually found all of this stuff, and no, I had to place each and every one of these little things. I mean, it took me some time, but it was fun. Because I like doing that kind of creative stuff. Okay, so now let's talk about how you do what you do. All right, so the first thing you got to do is go into editing mode. So let me hit exit. Now, by the way, you may or may not have seen this, but over here where you're designing the set, I gave you a little tip. And the tip was add set pieces by adding transparent images. So whenever you go to pop an image onto the stage, you've got to put the word transparent in front of it in the Google slot, in the Google search. You put the word transparent. So if you want a chair, you would put transparent chair. Okay. If you want a tree, transparent tree. Give me a thumbs up if you clearly hear me saying, whenever I'm popping in a Google image onto my set, I got to put the word transparent in front of it. And by the way, for those of you that don't know how to put transparent, I even spelt it down in there, okay? So that's your little tip, okay? Now, by the way, if you guys can see all of this, like this desk and this chair, I could move this around if I wanted to, okay? By the way, I don't want you guys to be boring and just use my table and chairs, okay? I want you to be more creative than that, okay? But I can move this around. But if I want to add something to it, so for example, maybe I don't want the table, so I'm going to delete it. Maybe I don't want chairs, okay? I'm going to delete it. Now I got my blanks. I got my blank set right here, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys have ever done this before, but if you go click on the word insert and you click on the word image and you go over to search the web, this cool thing happens over to the side. Now, I've already put the word transparent, so I'm going to just go so that you know. But these are all kinds of Google images. I don't know why it's got Trump 2020 in there. All right, so you would put transparent, and then maybe I want a couch, okay? So I'm gonna put in the word couch. And then you just click on it, and guess what? All of these different types of couches come up. And what's cool about it is when I place it, because I put the word transparent, it won't have a white background behind it because it's transparent. You're probably wondering, what's transparent? That means clear, can't see through it, transparent, okay? So say, I don't know, you wanted this couch. So you'd simply drag it over to your stage. Now here's the only weird part. It's gonna be ginormous at first because I have to size it. So I grab the corner and I just bring it all the way down as tiny as I can make it so that it makes sense to be on a stage. Still, this couch still looks too, I mean, unless you're a giant person, that couch is still too big. So I just keep sizing it till it gets to about the size that I want. And then look at that. Boom. I got a couch. Okay. And then maybe I don't know why you would want one, but you want a, you know, transparent tree. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why you'd have a tree, but anyway, I would just grab it again and I would bring it over again. It's going to be ginormous at first, unless your characters are giants. But then again, guys, as always, I'm just going to simply size it to however I need it. And then I'm going to pop it on my little stage. But do you see how it kind of fits? Well, a couch and a tree doesn't really fit unless you're going for something real artistic. Far be it for me to say that you can't have a couch and a tree. Of course you can, okay? Now, once you've designed the set, then I'm going to duplicate the slide 4 times, okay? Now, the only thing is maybe you don't like the little characters that I've got down here, okay? You can find your own characters if you want. I brought in a Bitmoji, but maybe if you go up here and you put, I don't know, transparent man. Maybe because you need someone sitting on the couch. I don't know, sitting. So then you get a transparent person sitting. There you go. I don't know, okay? So then I don't know. You grab your transparent dude. Because that, and remember, one of these people have to represent you. So then you bring it over, and then obviously he's too ginormous. But then if I size him up, you know, and then I pop him on the couch. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Okay? And then above it, I would grab one of these little, you know, copy and paste the little thought bubble or the dialogue bubble, and I would put it above him, and then I would place my other person, you know, and I would, and again, you're going to have to type in the lines of that they're saying to each other in that moment, okay? So again, I'm going to say this again. The first slide is you designing the set, and then after you design the set, you're going to duplicate it 4 times, then you're going to add your people, and you're going to add your little thought bubbles. The only thing else that you got to add is down here in the little text box, you need to tell me in 1 sentence why this is the best blocking for that particular moment, okay? And that's it. I want you guys to have some fun. Design a set that makes sense in some way to what's going on in your scene. And that's how you're going to get your points. Now, listen to me. I have that this project is due by the end of this week. But again, I've never done this online, so I don't know if it's going to take you guys an extra day. But I will know if I'm going in out of rooms and you guys are not working, then I'm going to know that. Again, I'm not trying to extend this. I would like to actually do something different next week if possible. As a matter of fact, I know I'm going to add one more thing to this, okay? So right now, that's all there is to it. I'm going to stop recording, and then I'm going to answer any questions that you guys might have. So let me stop the recording. And it takes a second.